welterweights in the country, as John Meekins, who just missed a chance to make it into the Olympic Games. But what a name he is making in the pro ranks, as Al documents in this report.
19-year-old John Meekins has impressed boxing fans with a string of knockout wins. We first saw him take out Murray Frazier. Melvin Richardson was the next victim, as the polished Meekins flashed the power that some believe will make him a junior welterweight contender within 18 months. He sent Richardson down for the second and final time to win the fight. Was tough for 5.5 rounds, but this clever maneuver by Meekins produced a stunning knockout. Meekins then punished Roger Brown, but it was a clash of heads in the resulting cut that provided another Meekins win. Tonight, he shoots for another knockout against veteran southpaw Jose Alejandro. John, early in your fights, you've impressed everyone, not only with your poise, but with your toughness. You've been a tough guy in the ring. How do you get that mental toughness for a fight?
Well, this is a tough business. Boxing is no fun and games. You know, you go in there and you be as rough as you can, because the guy, he's out there, and they changed the idea of boxing. You know, they looking to knock everyone out, and mostly, I like to just show my skills. That's what boxing is boxing. It's not fighting, but these guys have changed it into a fighting, move. So I just go out there, and I just like to let the guy know early that I'm as rough as he want to be.
Well, a young man at only 19 years of age has come up through the hard way, and John Meekins wants to make it to the top, and he may be on his way. He's got a test tonight from a 27-year-old young man from Puerto Rico. Let's meet him in our junior welterweight division. Here is Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is in the junior welterweight division, and it's scheduled for 8 rounds. The referee for this bout is Joe O'Neill. And now introducing first in the red corner. He's wearing the red trunks with white trim and weighs 139 3/4 pounds. He's from Caguas, Puerto Rico. His professional record, 13-5-3, 2 knockout victories. Ladies and gentlemen, Jose Luis Agohoa Alejandro. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the all-black trunks and weighing 139 pounds even. He's from New York City. He is undefeated in 5 consecutive bouts, all by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, John Wesley Meekins.
John Meekins, even though he's only had 5 fights, becoming a very popular fighter out of New York. They like his style and feel he can be a champion.
Gentlemen, you fight in the state of New Jersey. There's a 3 knockdown rule at my discretion. It's a mandatory 8 count. Well, you get knocked down on count 8, don't walk away from you. Felony saves you in the last round. John, he doesn't understand English. When I say break, break, but protect yourself at all times. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Shake hands, now come out boxing. Shake hands. Thank you.
Well, as the instructions from the referee, Joe O'Neill, Alejandro from Puerto Rico, 27 years of age. You see he lost an 8-round decision to Bobby Francis, August of '84 in his last outing. While John Meekins, his last fight right here in Atlantic City, March the 7th, a TKO in the 3rd with Roger Brown. It had to be stopped because of a cut on the head of Roger Brown after an inadvertent headbutt. So we'll find out how the young Meekins can do against Alejandro, who hasn't had that many fights above what Meekins has, with a total of 19, but again, a good experienced fighter at 27, and another southpaw that Meekins is going up against.
Yeah, he faced a couple of southpaws in Murray Frazier and Melvin Richardson. As an amateur, interestingly, faced none. So as a pro, he's getting a diet of them. And he did well against that style, so I don't think he anticipates too many problems.
As we watch round 1 developing here with Meekins and Alejandro, a quick note on Randy Jenkins, knocked out earlier by Victor Claudio. Word from the dressing room and the doctors, he appears to be all right. They will, of course, keep him under observation, and we'll have an even further update if anything develops. But right now, Randy Jenkins appears to be okay after that vicious knockout in the 5th round. And that's good news for us here at ringside. John Meekins in the black, 19 years of age, 5'9", 139. Alejandro in the red with a white stripe. He, too, is 5'9", 27 years of age, 139 3/4 in the weigh-in today.
And an 8-rounder for John Meekins in only his 6th professional fight. That is a little bit rare. Not always does a fighter go up to 8 rounds so quickly, but he's in superb condition, and most of his fights don't go long anyway. The longest he's been is 6. He knocked out John Rayfuse in the last round, or the last scheduled round of the fight.
You may recall that was the cutesy move that he made. Came into the corner, turned around, and popped him with the right hand after going into the corner as a southpaw.
Looked like Lonnie Smith on that one.
You'll watch as John Meekins indeed does come from a lot of angles. He's got such quick feet and hands. He looks like he's totally off balance, and all of a sudden he'll punish you with either a left or right.
Get him up, John.
He has power in either hand. Good left hook, very strong jab. His jab is a punishing jab, and of course, a good right hand.
Those watching boxing in the junior welterweight division, certainly welterweights such as the Cobra, Donald Curry. You might see just a little bit of a reflection in the style of John Meekins when you watch him fight here tonight.
Some people compare the two fighters, and there are some similarities. Of course, Meekins not on that level yet, certainly, but with the skills he shows, you get the feeling that within about 18 months to 2 years, he could well be a world contender in the junior welterweight division. Of course, a lot will depend on how he develops in these fights.
Just a half minute to go in round 1.
Alejandro very, very cautious here in this first round. He's never seen Meekins. Through an interpreter, he told us at the weigh-in that he had never seen films of him, didn't know anything about him, and so he may be taking this first round to see what Meekins is all about.
I think we tried every language in the world on Alejandro. We had Spanish, we finally got to French, and finally got a couple of words across. Meekins trying to get his point across here in round 1 with Alejandro, and it'll continue. After the first round, as John Meekins in the black trying to establish himself against Alejandro, he comes out quickly throwing punches in round 2. Alejandro powering fairly well so far.
And Alejandro dictating the pace a little bit more. So he wants to come out and be more aggressive. Now, normally when you fight a southpaw, you want your left foot outside his right foot. Meekins is doing that sometimes, sometimes not. There he has it inside. But he's so quick with his hands that he can get away with not being fundamentally correct here. He's not really getting that foot outside as much as he'd like.
So we'll watch that as the fight progresses again. Left foot outside the right foot of Alejandro by Meekins is a key here, getting off some punches.
And Meekins has a good left hook to both the body and the head, which is what he would probably like to do against his southpaw.
Al, when you take a look at a guy like Meekins, who only had 27 amateur fights, he won the Eastern Regional of the Olympic Trials, lost finally to Jerry Page, who won the gold medal in the light welterweight division. What has made him progress as quickly as this young man has progressed?
The reason, I think, is he's a natural. You know, some people take up sports and they are just a natural for it. I don't think John Meekins loves boxing. I mean, he makes it clear it's a business to him. He got involved with it as an amateur, was good at it, good left hook. Excellent combination. But he just is a natural for the sport, and he learns quickly, and he has been taught well.
And he's showing that all here to Alejandro, who himself is fighting quite a fight in round 2.
We should give Cardozo Norris, his trainer, a lot of credit for helping him along as a professional.
Jimmy Glenn, along with Al Joyner, working in that same corner with John Meekins out of New York. Only 5 professional fights, all 5 by knockouts. And as Al pointed out, the longest he's been is 6. He's set to go 8 if it should go the distance tonight.
And in Alejandro, he's facing a fighter with lots of experience, a good record, and a guy who has been 8 rounds, has in fact been 10 rounds. And you see a lot of veteran tricks from Alejandro.
Al, this is one of those fights when you take a look at Alejandro with only 2 knockouts, you can kind of throw caution to the wind sometime. I guess that's foolhardy, but sometimes with a guy only a couple of knockouts, you can do that.
Well, that's true. He's not a powerful puncher, and John Meekins may feel that he's not going to be able to hurt him, but he has to be careful. Also, Meekins wants to improve his defensive skills. He knows as he gets in against tougher punchers, he's not going to want to take a lot of shots.
Just a half a minute to go. This in the second. John Meekins again stalking his way around the ring here as Alejandro elects to try to stand and fight from time to time, and he's paying the penalty here. Almost like a carbon copy of round 1 as Meekins has taken the fight to the Puerto Rican. Jeff Smith along with Al Bernstein as we welcome you back to Atlantic City, New Jersey. John Meekins on the right in the black against Jose Luis Alejandro from Puerto Rico. Where Meekins goes right to the attack here in the third with a good combination. He's got Alejandro on the rope and pounding away with the count. He hits him with the left hand, scoops that right hand up underneath, and Alejandro's in trouble.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I don't know if Alejandro's going to make it.
He's not going to answer it. He will not get up at the count of 10. Wow. It is over in the third round. So John Meekins, with a sectional record all by knockouts, finishes off Luis Alejandro. Alejandro at 27, more experience than Meekins, but it was to no avail tonight. As Meekins went out right to work here in the third round, and let's pick up the replay and watch the end.
And the key punch will be the left hook to the body. There's that left hook, and that really hurt Alejandro. And now he just blasts him with good body shots, and yeah, that second left hook did a lot of damage too. And the referee has to hold Meekins back. Boy, John Meekins took 2 rounds and then came out and said, okay, I've had enough of this. I want to get you out of here. I don't want to overemphasize this win, but he just fought a fighter who's 13-5, has been in against experienced people, has gone 8 and 10 rounds, and John Meekins just ate him up.
And one of the things we noticed, just as we saw by John Frieda earlier, the body work in this fight tonight, and again by John Meekins, paved the way to the knockout. Let's get the official time in the third from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official time, 33 seconds of the third round. The winner by knockout victory. Knockout number 5, knockout number 6, victory number 6, John Wesley Meekins.
Watching the future of John Meekins. Well, he's 6-0.
John, this is getting redundant. One knockout victory after another. In this fight, you said you were a little cautious in those first 2 rounds, but boy, you went after him in the third.
I seen how his style was. Like I said, if he wasn't a sharp southpaw to make me really, duck and, really, because the punches, like I said, come in different ways, very awkward ways, and I adjust as the round goes on. And the third round, like the first 2 rounds, I seen he wasn't as potent. He wasn't potent, and I come for work, and he obviously wasn't, he wasn't going to work.
He wasn't ready for you. Let's take a look, John, at the knockdown when you knocked him out and down and out. What's a body work?
Oh yeah. Well, I've learned how to fight on the inside. I learned how to see things without overgoing the man. Throw the punches right from where I'm at, and I felt some good punches hitting him with, and then body. I got to go to the body because he's covering the head well. So I said, yeah, he can't take those body shots. This one coming up, it was tender now. Bing. Tender.
It was tender, all right. And you did go. One of the things, many things you do well in the ring is mix your attack. You go to the body and the head, and that's what you showed us tonight. You must work on that a lot in the gym.
Definitely. This is a professional business, and I have to, go about it as a professional way. I can't headhunt. That's not professional. That's amateur-like. And, like you said, the guys cover the head well, and you just waste energy, so I'll take the openings that he gives me.
Your trainer Cardozo Norris is here, and Cardozo, I thought that this was, again, a very disciplined performance by John. Would you agree?
He's a very disciplined young man. Very, very disciplined young man. He does well. He trains well. And he's obedient. He does everything he's told, and he's a very studious young man. You tell him one thing, and he does it right away.
Where do you put him in terms of the fighters you've trained at how advanced he is for his stage?
He's at 19?
Yeah. I guess you answered my question.
Yes, sir. That's what I said. He's very advanced.
Okay.
Very advanced.
John, congratulations to you.
Thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I want to wish my Nana a happy birthday.
Okay, well, that's a nice sentiment. Congratulations, John.